Tell me, Jamie, tell me. I just
Nigel.
thought about this right now, and I've been on air a few times over the last 36 years where you go, how do you do a normal radio program today, Jamie Lee?
You can't. I think I'm sitting here as well thinking the exact same thing, because now we carry on and you become almost desensitized to what we're hearing. And this is our people, this is our listeners that is experiencing this as we speak. People are going home right now to Mitchell's Plain. People are worrying about their kids. They've left their kids in the care of their families right now. So how do we go on? How do we go back to regular broadcasting when...
How do we laugh today? How do we have a bit of fun? Because I've got some games lined up, had some chirps lined up. How do you navigate what has happened in Mitchell's Plain today, and then pretend that everything's normal? Let's continue with normal programming, and herein lies the difference between those that have and those that don't. The one half of Cape Town and the other half. Because right now, where we work, Jamie, I think most people are just going on about their business. Mm-hmm. Bit of cappuccino here, bit of lunch here, bit of red wine, bit of fire. Out there, it's a war zone. So what do you do? Because I presume, Jamie, I have a lot of Mitchell's Plain connections. My mate, he works there. Family live there. Cousins.
I think it's our duty just to keep reporting on what's happening out there right now, just to get, a background story with regards to what is happening out there. Let's use this platform that we have just to report and make sure that Mitchell's Plain continues to be safe, at least for the next few hours until people are getting home safely. So let us know as well if you get home and you are heading towards Mitchell's Plain and you get home safely. Let us know that you are home safe.
All right. And if you live in Beacon Valley or Eastridge, or you work in town centre, for those of you that work in town centre, what's it like at the moment? What are you seeing? If you live in Beacon Valley, what are you seeing? What's happening? If you live in Eastridge, that's also a hot spot. 082 222 1049. You can remain anonymous. 082 222 1049. 16 people shot, 2 different locations in Mitchell's Plain. If you live in Mitchell's Plain or you heard the shots going off, do you know where exactly? 082 222 1049. You can remain anonymous. Let's go to Anonymous, wants to share a story about Mitchell's Plain. Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, sorry, let me do that.
Nigel.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thanks, and yourself.
Yes, very well, ma'am. I presume you live in Mitchell's Plain?
Yes, I do.
All right. Would you
I'm currently in one of the roads that they just shot for 3 people.
My goodness. And did you...
It is crazy.
Did you hear the shots, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
All right. And what's happening right now without going outside? What can you report on?
Well, there's an ambulance. One is fighting for his life, 2 was escorted to hospital. It's all going over, I believe it's going over gang turf. It's not only, it's the whole Mitchell's Plain, it's a red zone area. It is crazy. We're too scared to let our children out, even just to go to the shop or just to leave our houses at the moment.
Ma'am, tell me, were these gentlemen, the gentlemen that were shot, were they on foot?
I can't say. I believe so.
All right. So you're saying one was shot and fighting for his life?
Yes, 1 was killed and 2 is one is fighting for his life, apparently, in the ambulance.
All right.
So it's pathetic. It's not only Mitchell's Plain. It's the whole Mitchell's Plain. Even in Portland last night, they also shot and killed someone. 3 people were shot in Portland within 24 hours. It's the whole Mitchell's Plain. It's Eastridge. It's Lentegeur. It's Beacon Valley. It's Portland. It's crazy.
And ma'am?
I don't know what government is going to do about this, but we are prisoners in our homes right now.
That is very, very sad to hear, ma'am. And tell me, do you have a family, a husband, partner, kids or grandkids?
Yes, I do. I have a family. I have my children. My one to of my kids work. She needs to come from work. So yeah, it's crazy.
And have you made contact with your one child that has to come from work?
Yes, I have, but she'll only be home after 7.
All right, ma'am. And tell me how do you stay alive, for want of a better term, with gunshots going off, killings in your road right now, too scared to go to the shop?
We just need to stay indoors. That's all we can do and pray. I don't know what government is going to do with it, but steps need to step in. Here is visibility, but it's not helping.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Thank you very, very much. We're very grateful for your time.
Okay. Thank you, Nigel.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, and be safe.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very, very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's go to anonymous number 2. Good afternoon to you. Are you well?
Not that well, Nigel. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the listeners. I just want to tell you guys out there, this is really affecting a lot of families, and this is all because of gang-related stuff. And they want to do whatever they want to do, and our government is not doing anything. We just lost a family member in Beacon Valley, and that is so hard so because I had to break the news to my grandkids. And you can't even let the kids play outside anymore because it's not safe. So they were actually playing in the yard, in the backyard, and we are totally closed up. And the kids heard shots and they ran into the house. You know, that to me is taking the childhood out of the child. So our government needs to step up. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to step up. That is exactly how I feel at the moment, because there's lots of families that lose such a lot of people unnecessarily.
28 minutes to 4. This is Heart FM. I'm Nigel Pierce. Gang shooting, about 10 people killed, Beacon Valley, Eastridge, in town centre as well, communities, innocent folk affected by it. And Jamie and I were just saying off the air, ma'am, that psychologically I don't think we understand what it does to human beings, law-abiding citizens who have to be locked up, prisoner in their own homes on a daily basis. I don't think that we fully understand what impact it has on people's minds, on their well-being, on their mental health.
Exactly, because, these boys, they heard the gunshots, and, they ran into the house. And what does it tell these little boys? Because now, tomorrow, these little boys will go out there and they will seek revenge for what is happening around them. And I don't think that it is fair towards the kids.
It's extremely sad, ma'am. And we certainly hope that the authorities, city, province, national government, whoever has the power and the authority to make a difference in not only just Mitchell's Plain, but in Nova Park and Bonteheuwel and Mannenberg, we need change, and we need it now from everybody, from all the political parties, the government of national unity.
Yes, most definitely. What I actually want to bring over and across to the people as well, we as community should stand together and wipe out these people, because if we as the community are not going to stand up and do something about it, we will be infested like there is cockroaches everywhere. So we as community need to stand together. If we see that there's something wrong, we need to open our mouth and just do something about it so that our kids' livelihood can be just out there.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thanks for your time. We're very grateful for you calling in this afternoon. 082 222 1049. Is it as easy as the communities coming together? Because if they do go out and protest, or they call a hotline, but then they've got to go to court, and they live in that community, and I think that's why people remain silent. It's not as easy as I don't know, a minister or the MEC for safety and security said, oh, you must call the number. No, people get killed because they rat on, I don't know, gangsters or people selling drugs. Let's go to Anonymous number 3 here. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Nigel. And you know what I think might be a possible solution to curb the scourge of gangsterism and violence? Look, the army has been deployed already. They came and they win. Nothing's changed. Perhaps we should look at bringing in corporal punishment again. I know Minister of Correctional Services, Dr. Peter Groenewald, he touched on it briefly, and perhaps that is a solution. Perhaps
no,
if you finish matric.
I disagree. I'll tell you why. Because listening to the two ladies now and to probably thousands of other people that live in Mitchell's Plain, they need solutions now. They've had enough. The community of Mitchell's Plain, they've had enough. I don't know how many people have been shot and killed this year alone on the Cape Flats over the last 10 years, over the last 20 years. But I think the decent folk that live in Mitchell's Plain, they want solutions and they want it now. Their kids...
So what are those solutions, Nigel?
I don't know, but personally, sir, I don't think it's corporal punishment because that's long-term. And I think government, and pardon me, I've been out of the loop for a while, they've done away with corporal punishment in schools. The death penalty is not going to come back. So we need to think creatively here. I don't have the answer or the answers, but I think we need to be creative here. And this is where government comes in, as in city, province, national government. And we need to find solutions now because this is not sustainable.
The problem is national government and provincial and the city government, they're always fighting each other. They're always passing the buck as to who's responsible for policing. We know it, but there are certain sectors and levels of spheres and of government that has a responsibility when it comes to safety and security. And unfortunately, our people on the Cape Flats, they are falling victim to politicians playing politics with our people. But I hope one day things will change.
So many thanks for your time. I do like that last bit. 082 222 1049. If you've just joined us, shootings in Mitchell's Plain, Beacon Valley, Eastridge, Town Centre. At this stage, we're probably going to get an update from the news department at 4 o'clock. I think it's about 10 men shot. A lady just called up a few minutes ago. She lives in the road. Ambulance all up in her road, and one killed and the one fighting for his life. That's not normal. This is not normal. And if you are part of city, I don't know, you work for the city, you work for province, you work for national government, this is exactly what I was talking about the other day. I don't care what tier of government you belong to. Fix this, find a solution so that the kids during school holidays can play in the road like we used to, Jamie. Cricket in the road. We used to play tennis round about this time, you know. And it was safe. 082 222 1049. And if you want to remain anonymous, you certainly can. Maybe you were in Town Centre earlier. Maybe you live in Eastridge. Maybe you live in Beacon Valley. You can change your name. You can remain anonymous. Traffic, the WhatsApp line just going ballistic. Again, this is unconfirmed. Yesterday, multiple shots were fired at a house in Portlands, right opposite a local daycare school. And then I got a little note from someone, I'm not going to mention anyone's name, finding a solution at this stage is like putting a plaster on a broken leg. The problem is so complex and deep-rooted, ranging from parenting to unemployment to education, and an absolute failure of government ranging from the education sector to the justice system. Again, I don't care what tier of government you work in. Fix this. Come together, Government of National Unity or other resources, the money, it's my jurisdiction, it's your jurisdiction. Everybody seems to be passing the buck around. Oh no, this is not our domain. Just fix it. You're dealing with human beings here. Fix it. And if you can't, go to another authority, go to another jurisdiction. Everybody said, no, it's not mine, it's theirs, and that's their domain, and they must do this. Just do it. Because the residents have had enough. They really have. 082 222 1049. As I said, the news department will go into depth at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And people saying corrupt cops, the guns. Yeah, it's multi-layered. It's multifaceted. We know that. So again, and it doesn't matter who, which political party it is. When next you get onto a podium, sir, madam, whichever pronoun you want to use, don't talk to the gallery. Don't be a gimmick machine. Don't be a voodoo artist. You heard two ladies now. They live in Mitchell's Plain. One lives in the road where the shooting took place. Now, if you're a politician, I don't care who you are, would you want that for your mother or your grandmother? So why isn't it being fixed? We need solutions. The people of Mitchell's Plain, Hanover Park, Mannenberg, Lavender Hill, they want solutions. Where's that line from Rick Hanson's Resilient? Every human being has three basic needs: safety, satisfaction, and connection. Our people want to be safe. They want their kids to play in Mitchell's Plain, in Hanover Park, in Grassy Park, in Lotus River, without running for cover when gunshots go off, without drugs being peddled where they're playing tennis or cricket or on or drieblokkies in the road. That's what most people want. And unfortunately, you, Mr. or Mrs. or Miss Politician, you are not giving that to them.